Over the moon. You cannot believe the messages we're getting thanking us for getting to this step.
I never thought we would get any form of compensation.
I believe that much has been achieved within a very limited time.
The African Development Bank is very happy to have championed the debt and arrears clearance process for Zimbabwe. This is a process that began in 2022, December, with the launch of the Structured Dialogue Platform. Prior to that, the Zimbabwean government, and specifically His Excellency President Mnangagwa, had requested the bank president, Dr. Adesina, to become the champion of the debt and arrears process. Following that, Dr. Chisano, former president of Mozambique, was appointed as the facilitator of the process. The bank also provided about $4 million United States dollars to support the process.
The goal of this process really is to get to a point where our arrears are cleared. We need concessionary funding with interest rates of 2.5% and below.
Zimbabwe is the only country for the African Development Bank that is currently actually under arrears, that has arrears to clear. And the African Development Bank has cleared the arrears for two other countries, which is Sudan, we cleared the arrears, and we also cleared the arrears for Somalia. And so it's time for Zimbabwe arrears.
We're again making progress on the economic reform front. We've had a successful currency reform program. Our currency is currently stable. Our reserves are over 600 million at the moment, and we're able to cover the whole currency in circulation. The fiscal discipline continues. I'm very pleased with the outcome.
One of the big wins so far has been really the moving of the quasi-fiscal operations from the Central Reserve Bank to Treasury, really allowing the central bank to focus on areas of monetary policy. So we're seeing successes in both the monetary reforms, the fiscal reforms, but also on the social protection reforms.
When we deal with the issues of governance and the reforms, we agreed on 16 indicators. They are not easy, but we are on it. Sometimes we do well, sometimes we go down, but our eyes are on the ball. We want to be increasing all the time. Under the justice delivery reforms, we have done quite a lot. The Judicial Service Commission has done a lot of work building courts and making sure that justice is accessible to everybody.
So we struck an agreement, which is called the Global Compensation Deed, a few years back, and we have now begun to honor that agreement.
Since 2002, we had no contact with the government for nearly 23 odd years.
I had put this behind me, so receiving a compensation was, I didn't believe it.
You cannot believe the messages we're getting thanking us for getting to this step. And it's a huge step that government has now started a payment process.
The result is formidable. What we have achieved collectively, what the government of Zimbabwe has achieved with all support, is nothing short of historic.
We will continue as more farmers are vetted, they are approved. We will continue to honor these payments.
That the World Bank continues very engaged in this process. We really praise the African Development Bank for their leadership.
Going forward as the bank, we'll continue supporting the process until its conclusion.
We thank all for cooperating so well and making sure that we get to this stage, this juncture in our process. So clearly clearing our arrears is the way forward.